Welcome to the tutorial about triggers and basic scripting. First of all, we add a trigger object. So add trigger. In object mode, we can resize this bad boy to fill the whole corridor. And when the player will touch like this box or zone, it will do stuff. The options of a trigger are a bit scary, but by default, it's set to mostly what we want most of the time, which is a player trigger, and it will trigger only once. So to start scripting, you want to open the command windows and click on the first one. I don't know why there's so much of them. So you click on the little E and welcome to the CMD-esque window for scripting. Lucky for us, the scripting in Fear is like the simplest scripting I saw in my life, because most of the time what we will do is only to send commands to object. To write a command, you start with MSG and then space, and then you write the name of the object you want to affect, so object A, whatever, then space, and then you write the name blah 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 of the command you want to do, and you terminate with a semicolon. So that's how it works. So now what we will do for this example, we will take the prefab we did earlier. So right click, selection, select prefab, and now we open the prefab. And what we want to do is we want to break one of the joint here. So we are interested on this joint, which is called constraint 0.01, and the other one we want to break is called constraint 0.03. So remember that. And what we want to do with the scripting is that when the player enters the trigger, we want to break those constraints. To help us know how which command can be sent to what object, we can go in the help windows at the top in topic, and in this windows we can go in object reference, and now we have all the object in the editor, and we are interested in the constraint point. At the top we see all the commands that can be sent to that object. So visible, solid, whatever. The one we are interested in is the broken command, and it's either 0 or 1. So close this. Now we know which command we can send. So if we go back to the main map, we want to copy the name of that prefab to use in the scripting window. And if we go back now inside our trigger scripting window, we can write MSG, and now we write the name of the object, which is copy paste the name we just of the prefab, and inside that prefab we want to affect the object constraint point. So now we write dot to enter the prefab, and now we write constraint point 01. I made a mistake. It's constraint point 01. Now it will be yellow. This means that the object is detected. And then we do space and we write the name of the command, which is broken, and we want to break it, so we set it to 1. And a little detail, since this command is 2 arguments, we need to put it into parentheses, and then we end with the semicolon. Then I want to copy this all commands like this, and I want to now break the constraint point 03, but this time I want to break it with after a delay. So there's a function called delay, so I write delay, then for example 5 seconds, then space, and then I put my whole commands into parentheses like this. And now this constraint point will break after a delay of 5. Now press OK and OK. If we have warnings, they will pop up, but now we don't have. Now I can save and compile the map, and we can now test the trigger. So now I advance in the place. Of course we don't see the trigger, but it should be around here. Now if I touched it, it will break the first constraint, and after 5 seconds it will break the other one like this. So that's it for this tutorial. Happy scripting!